Okay, this example says, by first rounding the numbers to one significant figure, find an estimate for 26.7 times 31.51, all divided by 0.912 minus 4.493. So first thing you've got to do is round every number to one significant figure. Now the big mistake people make is they make this far too difficult, and they do that by instead of rounding to one significant figure, they would round to two sig figs, which makes it way more difficult. So if we do this, we'll just, first of all, do the one sig fig. So 26.7. This is my first sig fig, the 2. So the 6 is a check fig, and because it's a 6, that means you round up the first one. So the 2 gets rounded up to a 3, but you need the 0 for place value. On my 30, the 3 is the first sig fig, the 1 is the second significant figure. So because it's only a 1, you round down, so it just rounds down to 3. And again, you need the 0 for the place value. So that's our numerator done. On your bottom line, 0 is not the first significant figure. The first significant figure is the first non-zero number. So we have 9 as our first significant figure. The check figure is a 1, so that means it rounds down to just 0.9. And here, the 4 is my first significant figure. We've got a 9 as a second significant figure, so it rounds up the 4. So the 4 rounds up to be 0.5 then. And again, we can tidy up. So we have a couple of things to do here. The numerator is the easiest thing to do here. So we have 0.9 minus 0.5. That's just 0.4. And we'll have a wee look at this top line. So at the top line, we've got 30 times 30. So to do this, just multiply the two normal numbers. We've got 3 times 3, which just gives you 9. And then you've got a 0 to add and another 0. So 30 times 30 is 900. So our top line is 900. Okay, we now have got, if we zoom back over to this, we now have got to do 900 divided by 0.4. Now dividing by decimals is tricky. So we can't really divide by 0.4. So what we can do is if you multiply this by 10, you would get rid of its decimal. But if you do that, you must also multiply the top line by 10. So it will become 4 is now dividing, and what we're dividing is not 900 but 9,000. So just to go through that again, what you've done here is you've multiplied top line by 10, and you've also multiplied the bottom line by 10. So it's a different looking fraction, it's an equivalent fraction, but it's one now that we can do the division for. So we will do that, and I'll do that at the side here. We've got 9,000 and we're dividing by 4. We'll just do it along a division sum here. 4 goes into 9 twice, 2 times, with 1 left over. And then 4 goes into 10 twice, with 2 left over. And 4 goes into 20 5 times, and then you've got your 0. So your answer is 2,250. Okay, this example says, by first rounding the numbers to one sig fig, find an estimation for. So we have 0.195 plus 0.699 all over 9.710 times 30.999. So we're going to do the one significant figures bit. So the first sig fig here is the 1. The next one, the check figure, is a 9. So that means you round up, so it becomes 0.2. And then we have plus, and it is the first significant figure is the first non-zero number you come to. Remember, so it's 6. The check figure is a 9, which means you round up, so that's 0.7. On your bottom line, your denominator, your first significant figure is 9. Your check figure is a 7, which means that 9 rounds up to become 10. And then in this one, your first significant figure is a 3. Your second significant figure is whatever is after the first one. So it is a 0, which means it just stays the same. So it stays as 30. So if we then tidy up this top line, the top line then becomes, top line then is just 0.2 plus 0.7, which is just going to be 0.9. And the bottom line is 10 times 30. Again, to do 10 times 30, dead easy. Multiplying by 10, you just add another 0. So that's what you've got. So 0.9 divided by 300. So to do this, I've got 0.9 divided by 300. Really what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the 300 up. I'm going to divide by 100 first, and then I'm going to divide by 3. You could have done it the other way and it would have worked just the same. So I'm going to divide, do that that is going to become 0.009 when you divide your 0.9 by 100, and then we still have to divide by 3. So 3 goes into 0, the 0 times, put your decimal point in, 3 goes into 0, 0 times, 3 goes into 0, 0 times, 3 goes into 9, 3 times. So your answer, the whole thing, is approximately equal to 0.003, and that is you done.